Hello, thank you for being here. If you don't know who we are, Biocomparison. We are Biocomparison, and we are going to be talking today about biohacking for weight loss. So thank you for being here. We're looking forward to having you on the show. I want to show you our beautiful template today for the PowerPoint. This is going to be what we will be referring to. And at this time, I'm going to ask you to please like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe. This is important so that not only we can be a part of the algorithm and get this information out to a lot of great people who may be in need, but also make sure that we can engage with you as a community. So I want to go ahead and dive into what some of this has to do with us. First, let me go back to our beautiful screen so that we can read some of this PowerPoint together. And you can see here, we're going to start with exercise. So exercise biohacking is the process of modifying the body's natural process to burn calories and lose weight. This is important. It's really helpful because it involves changing the metabolism, the way we diet, sleep, the lifestyle to burn fat. And the results can be really dramatic. So biohacking is about making sense of your strengths and weaknesses instead of relying on the formula. So let's go ahead and move right into our subtopic 1. And we're going to go into an example. If you're a person who struggles with weight, reducing your sugar intake can make a huge difference. So this is something that you may want to consider as you are focusing on your biohacking. Let's go ahead and continue. Most foods are loaded with sugar. That means you should avoid processed food. Instead, choose healthier alternatives that are low in sugar. Do it. So focus on trying to keep an eye on your diet. Biohacking can be a great way to lose weight and improve your health. All right, let's go ahead and move into our next slide. This will be our subtopic 2. So we're going to go right back to our parent. And here we're going to talk about how biohacking is a technique using nootropics to boost the body's metabolism. This method is popular because it's easily accessible and produces results very quickly. Caffeine is a popular new topic that boosts productivity. It's best to start with a small amount at first, such as maybe 8 ounces of black coffee, and increase your dosage until you experience desired results. So, pretty cool information here. Let's go ahead and go back to our parent screen and one more. And I'm going to jump back on screen right here as we kind of talk about how exercise can be a great way to help you if you're biohacking. As you get better at it, you're going to find new and more improved ways to continue on. So beyond exercise, let's go into our next set of ideas. And that's going to be one that I like. I'm going to full screen this. And this is intermittent fasting.
Oh, yeah.
So let's look into intermittent fasting. There's a little information we have here for you. Silicon Valley Technologies have been playing around with intermittent fasting as a biohacking for weight loss method. Proponents of this technique include Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey, who sometimes fasts up to 22 hours a day. So I want to say something about that, about fasting 22 hours a day. That's not something that I would recommend personally unless you have experience doing it. As you get better at it, then yes, go ahead and give it a shot.
Oh, yeah.
But until you actually have a little bit of mastery over fasting, particularly 8 hours, moving up to 12, moving up to the warrior diet, 16 hours, maybe even 20, then I'd venture to 22 and eventually 24. But you want to be mindful that you want to try to have a certain level of skill before you jump into some of those levels of intermittent fasting. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's click on our more. And some of the text we have here, the method involves eating small meals and or raw fruits, veggies throughout the day with one large meal at night. And in my experience, when I intermittent fast, I like to eat and consume nothing at all, only water for 16 hours. And then within that 8-hour gap, I get a day's worth of nutrition. All right. Keeping up. Let's go ahead and move on to extra information. Another benefit of intermittent fasting is the initiation of an autophagy, a cellular process that helps cells eat dread, and damaged cells. This process helps the body maintain a healthy cell composition and improves overall health. Moreover, intermittent fasting is also beneficial for the mind and emotional state. So good information here about intermittent fasting, how it can be really helpful. It's something that we should always kind of keep in our back pocket because it is a great way for us to improve our health. So let's go ahead and continue on. And our next topic is going to be Bulletproof coffee. And we actually have a lot of information here on Bulletproof coffee. So let's go ahead and start breaking some of this down. Bulletproof coffee for weight loss is touted as a way to lose weight and boost your energy levels. It works by pushing your body's fat and promoting your body into a stored dietary place of ketones. This state occurs when your body runs out of glucose and carbs, causing you to burn fat instead. This state also reduces your appetite, meaning you can eat less without feeling hungry. All right, good information there. Let's click and continue on. More. Bulletproof coffee is allowed on many diets and has a good replacement for a carb-heavy breakfast. Its frothy consistency and combination of fats include MCT oil, which helps you feel fuller longer. It's a great alternative to traditional coffee as it prevents infamous coffee crash. All right, let's keep on going. We're going to move on to extra. Bulletproof coffee is a source of vitamins with omega-3 fatty acids. It contains antioxidants, which help keep you healthy and help you lose weight. However, it's important to note that this drink is only effective when combined with a ketogenic diet. So if you're not sure if it's right for you, consult your doctor. And we have a little bit more information that we put together on this. Let's look into lastly. While Bulletproof coffee is a great alternative to skipping breakfast, it should be consumed after a protein-rich meal. In addition to helping you lose weight, it can help you reduce anxiety, curb cravings as well. So this is really great information as it does help with anxiety and curbing lots of different cravings. The coffee is full of amino acids such as DPA, which are precursors of endorphins. You should consume at least 500 mg per day, a small amount depending on your personal circumstances. So great information there. Very, very happy with some of that information. I want to jump on screen for a second and talk about how effective coffee can be. It's a really great option to have in your back pocket as you continue on with your biohacking. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Our next one is going to be cryotherapy, and I'm going to full screen this one for us. Now, cryotherapy is a great way to help you with your biohacking. This is really good for a lot of different reasons. Let's talk about some of it. The method of cryotherapy has a variety of benefits, especially for those interested in weight loss. It works by tricking your brain into believing you are cold, which reduces blood flow and nutrient levels in the body. Cryotherapy is best used in conjunction with other weight loss strategies to maximize benefits. It can also help improve muscle recovery after an injury. It is used to treat certain skin conditions such as warts. However, you should know that cryotherapy is not without its risk, as you will be exposed to very low temperatures. Okay, so cryotherapy itself is a phenomenal treatment that many of us have done and heard about and seen. A lot of us have seen people get into cryotherapy chambers, and you can see the cool breeze and steam kind of coming up from the cryotherapy chambers, which is pretty awesome. Overall, cryotherapy has been known to really help release those endorphins and those natural endorphins. I hear stories about people walking out to the parking lot and just feeling a rush of endorphins, making them feel energized and strong and vital. And cryotherapy does have its benefits. I have patients that tell me when they intake in cryotherapy, they didn't really like it as much. I like to do a lot of far infrared, and they prefer the far infrared. A lot of them prefer the heat over the cold. In a perfect world, I would recommend a little bit of both would be great, or even better, a lot of both. That said, cryotherapy is something that I'm a big fan of. I do believe in it. I do believe in exactly what we just read it can do. I do think cryotherapy can be really helpful for overcoming a lot of illnesses as well. The only thing about getting our bodies in temperatures, in my experience, to those really low temperatures that we really want to watch out for, though, is that it can be such a shock to the body if you're susceptible to something like a heart attack or stroke, it can be enough to trigger one of those. That wouldn't necessarily be the most common way, but it does happen. So you want to make sure that you are prepping yourself or preparing yourself to get down to those low temperatures so that you're not completely shocking your body. A little bit of a cold shock is healthy. Too much of it can be pretty heavy on your system. So just kind of take it easy with yourself and keep an eye on it. And that should hopefully put you in the best light. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next slide, which is going to be my wheelhouse. This next slide, we're going to be talking all about yoga. So I am a yoga teacher trainer. Personally, I don't really need to read the information that we prepared for you on yoga. I can kind of just tell you a lot about it, but let's go ahead and do our due diligence, and we're going to read a little bit about what we prepped for you. Biohacking is a new trend in weight loss and can make the whole process a lot easier. Some biohacking methods include yoga, intermittent fasting, and incorporating different eating plans. Other biohacking methods involve a routine that involves regular exercise, activity, proper hydration. You can also use fitness trackers to help you stay in your workout and become more self-confident about your body's capabilities. Now here, a little further, another biohacking strategy is to incorporate yoga, Pilates, and ballet into your routine. Ballet also is a great method, as well as Pilates for a lot of the core work. A simple 50-minute yoga session can burn a lot of calories, which is true. Advanced yoga and Pilates sessions can burn twice as many calories, really depending. These exercises can relieve stress and also really do a number on helping with back pain. This is also very true. Now I'm going to jump back on screen here for a second, and I want to talk a little bit about my experiences with yoga. Now, a lot of people have always told me yoga can be very intimidating for them. They feel like they're not flexible. In my experience, yoga is very open to different types of situations and people. There's different styles of yoga, anything from more of the softer styles like yoga nidra or restorative yoga or yin yoga, to some of the more advanced styles like level 3 hatha yoga, vinyasa yoga. We're looking into stuff like Ashtanga yoga, which is a lot more physical demanding, a lot more cardio induced demanding. So there's different styles of yoga for different purposes. They help out different systems of the body, so to speak, and can help with specific things. So if you are interested in yoga, particularly if you're in pain or nursing an injury, I would suggest reaching out to a professional who can really give you some expert guidance and let you know all the benefits of yoga. Because if you're not partaking in yoga, you may be really missing out on a great opportunity to feel good and potentially add years back to your life and reverse the anti-aging process. Now, there is a little bit of stigma with yoga. Some people are confused about what it means. They think yoga might be a particular religion or whatnot. Yoga was made to be, let me say that again. Yoga has been made, so to speak, to be practiced by atheists. It is open for interpretation. People have taken parts of it and included it into their religions, just like they've done the same with martial arts as well. So that's something that has happened. That doesn't mean you're absolutely following a religion if you do yoga. In fact, yoga predates most of these religions. So I just want you to keep that in mind so you have the right information, the right facts. We're going to go ahead and move on to our final slide, and this is going to be about Pilates. Now, personally, I've done a lot of Pilates in the past, and it's been really helpful for my core work. It's hard. It's a lot of work. So Pilates is something that I highly recommend if you want to get a lot of good core strength. Biohacking Pilates for weight loss.
Oh, yeah.
It's an excellent way to get more tone, flexible body. Even a 50-minute session can burn calories, and advanced sessions can burn double that. Pilates helps relieve back pain and stress. In addition, a good diet is important for a person's health. So mixing that with Pilates can really be helpful for you. And we don't have a ton of information on Pilates. I think we covered most of it with the other slides. So hopefully you picked up some great information here when it comes to biohacking. These are all great things that you should incorporate. A lot of good information here, a great list of things to get started with. And again, at this time, I'm going to ask you to please
Like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe.
so that you can be part of the community, so that you could have questions in the back and forth with us. Maybe you might ask a question that someone else has been thinking about that they want to ask themselves. So maybe you might give them the confidence to post that question, and it might trigger a good back and forth between us and you so that we can get the information out to those who may need it. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and we will see you soon for the next one.